Fun with effects. Let's take a look at how to use the effects in Adobe Premiere. It's really not that hard. And we're going to do something where you're going to take a clip and you're going to divide it up into 5 little sections and try a different special effect on each one. It's pretty easy and it's fun to do. Fun with effects. Let me show you how to do it. So I've got my 3 clips right here, right? 3 little clips to play with. You could pick just one if you want to and divide it up, but I've got some clips here to experiment with. So I'm going to open up what's called the effects window. Now, if you look right here, you'll see it says effects. I'm going to click on it and that's going to open up the effects window. Now, the effects window, it's over here on the right-hand side. This lists for me all the different types of effects that I can work with. And you'll see that they are in folders, right? They're all in different folders. Now, there's lots and lots of different effects to experiment with and look through here, but I'm going to focus on the ones that are right here in this file folder called Video Effects. So I'm going to click here. Now let's take a look. I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of them for you, and then you'll get the idea. So I'm going to go inside one of these categories here. I like to experiment a little bit with what's called image control. I'm going to open that up and we're going to experiment with the black and white filter. So let's say, for example, you'll see this last little clip. It's obviously in color. So let's say I want to make that black and white. Okay, so I make sure that I'm in this particular clip. See, I'm right over the clip and I go here and I find the actual name of the filter, in this case, black and white, and I drag it and drop it right on top of the clip and then let go. Now watch what happens when I let go. Bam. It automatically turns the whole video clip black and white. There you go. You see how easy that was to do. Now, there's another window that you'll need besides this effect window, and that is the effect controls over on the other side. And notice right now it says, oh, FX, that's for effect, black and white, and it's set right there. Now, there's no other tweaking you need to do with this particular filter. You just apply it and it's done. But not all filters work quite the same way. Let's move into this clip here, and I'm going to just segment this clip. I'm going to use the razor blade tool, make a little cut right here. In fact, I'll make a couple cuts here just for later on. And notice now I've segmented it into little independent clips. So I want to apply a different type of effect to this little bit right here. I'm going to go into this second one here called color balance. Now with color balance, watch this. I'm going to click and drag, drop it right on top of the clip. And you'll notice that, hey, wait, nothing really happened here. I dragged it, but it still looks the same here. Well, this is where you have to get involved in the effect controls here. So you'll notice that it says here under effects, color balancing, that's the name of the effect. There's a little red, green, and blue button here. Now, here's the thing. All the screen colors that you see, right, the video colors, are all made up of just these 3 colors, red, green, and blue. They make up the whole spectrum of every color you see in your monitor. So what I can do now is change it from 100, right? So watch this. I'll take red. Right now it's set to 100. Watch what happens if I pull this to the left. I'm just going to drag right over it, drag it all the way to 0. Now look what happens is I have just subtracted the red from that clip. There's no more red. So it ends up giving it like a sort of a greenish yellow color. Now watch what happens if I pull it the other direction. I'll pull it past 100 all the way to 200. And now the red is like really super flushed in there. So you can actually go anywhere in between, right? Maybe you want just a little extra kind of red feel to it, right? You can just give it a little nudge. Or you might want to subtract out a little bit of it, just make it a little bit, you get the idea, it kind of highlights. See, like notice these red steps over here. If I pull this to the left, the red starts to dissipate and the yellow strips pop out more because of that, right? And you can do the exact same thing with green, right? Here's lots of green, here's less green. Or you can do the same thing with blue, same thing. Lots of extra blue, subtract the blue. And you can also do any combination of the 3 here, right? You can mix and match and create your own completely customized color combination. It ends up really being quite fun to experiment with this and see what you can do. Now, of course, I should always save my work, but I'm not going to save this because this is just a little experiment demonstration, but I would go up and File and save it if you want to keep these changes. Likewise, if you don't like an effect, you can always go to Edit and you can undo it as well, right? It's a good way to experiment, is just to try an effect, then undo it. Now, I would continue and go to my other clips because you're going to need a total of 5 different effects in your clip. They can be a second or two long, doesn't matter, but you want to try this. I've done 2, black and white, and I've done a red, green, blue effect here, and you get to go and experiment. Now, you need to look through these folders and you will see that there are lots of other things. For example, in the stylized folder, you'll see there's lots of different effects that you can apply. We looked at some of these before. Take a look through these folders and experiment on your own until you have 5 different examples. And then that's our mini project that we're going to do for the day. Thank you.